up everyone, this is Draco back yet again with some latest Manchester United news, and today we are going to be doing a reaction to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's press conference that happened well, last night, technically for us at 3 a.m, but obviously in over there in Australia it's I don't know what's the time difference, but it's certainly not 3 a.m. But anyway, I just got around to it. I just saw his press notes, I saw the questions, and I'm just gonna quickly discuss it, bring you up to scratch. So a few things in general, in terms of the Leeds match, which I will be bringing you a preview of, hopefully. There has been some sort of problems between two sets of fans, isolated problems, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer just saying that to everyone that we should be coming in to watch the match and enjoy the day out. And to be honest with you, the first friendly, the atmosphere was really low. It had a proper pre-season friendly to it, isn't it? But obviously this one is a bit more vocal because Leeds United is a fierce rival, a passionate club, and it'll be great to see someone like Leeds United promoted to the Premier League, and you want to see more of that, isn't it? It's as simple as that. So that he quickly discussed around. In terms of what we're going to be discussing is the centre-back situation, which he discussed, and De Gea's contract. So we look at De Gea's contract straight up. United are confident in David De Gea signing a new contract. Obviously he has a year to run in his current deal, and there was speculation that Madrid might be coming in for him again, but so far it hasn't happened, and De Gea has travelled with the squad. He will be playing in the friendly tomorrow, so just a heads up, De Gea will be involved in the friendly against Leeds. And what was said, or what Ole says, is just that it is a matter of time that De Gea will sign a contract. Now that contract seems to be signed after Perth, so after the tour. So once the tour is finished, De Gea is expected to sign that contract worth reportedly around 350 to 375k a week. And personally for me, that is worth it. He is arguably the best keeper in the world, and if we're gonna splash cash on wages on a player of that amount of wages, it has to be David De Gea, because aside from the blip last season he has been consistently saving our butts. It's as simple as that. How many times can you remember he pulled off a wonder save, an impossible save, and impossible seems to be the norm to him. That's how good these saves were, and without him I reckon we would be much lower down the league. It's a shame he doesn't have a solid defense in front of him, but now that he's potentially going to be having that, we will see that. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in his press conference did say that, I'll read it out to you. As I've said a few times, I think that will be up to David De Gea and the club to announce it if it happens, if and when. So obviously it's up to David De Gea to announce, and his representatives and the club to announce when the deal will be up, but it's looking very likely that he will be signing a deal, and it is looking very likely that it is going to be after the tour, which is quite baffling personally for me. Like, why can't you just announce it during the tour? Why wait a week or two to announce it, knowing that everybody knows that you're going to be accepting that deal? Maybe he's waiting for assurances like what sort of players we will be signing, and depending on the players that we will be signing is dependent on him signing a contract extension, right? It makes sense. So maybe that is the case, but that's just speculation. That's my sort of thinking behind it. On to the second set of news. So obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was asked about Romelu Lukaku, which I'll be covering a bit later, so let's forget about that. Second set of news is around the defensive options. So obviously Harry Maguire potentially coming in soon, and the amount of defenders, there are five senior defenders. Forget Harry Maguire or anyone else coming in. We have Lindelof, Bailly, Smalling, Phil Jones and Rojo, and that's five solid defenders on their day, a decent sort of centre-back senior positions. And on top of that, you got Axel Tuanzebe, who's apparently been impressive in the preseason so far, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did have something to say about him. He said that, let me get it out for you. Axel has a great chance of staying here and playing, and said Solskjaer. He has proved he can play at that level and has come back strong and focused. Of course, there is a limit of players. Whoever performs will be part of the team, and whoever doesn't has to fight to get back in. But he's one of the exciting players I can't wait to see more of. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer obviously rates him highly. Axel going to loan last season with Villa has been fantastic. He helped them win the promotion back, and he has gained valuable exposure and experience on the field and off it, I am sure. He is a talent. I don't think he's ready for first team as of yet. He's not going to light the world on fire at that age. You know, he's not a delete or any of that sort. But he's a player clearly who's got the physicality of a defender that can develop over the course of the season, over the course of the next few seasons. And he can be a future centre-back if he keeps his head down and consistently performs. And that's what I feel about Tuanzebe. In terms of transfers out, obviously we've got 5 centre-backs. I do expect at least 2 of those to be sold. I think Rojo is a goner. I do think that, even though there's not been much reports, because I don't see us going into a season with 5 senior centre-backs with a potential transfer Harry Maguire. That makes it 6. So I reckon Rojo and probably Phil Jones will be the one that's making waves. We don't know when or how or who or what. Nothing's been coming out in terms of transfers out, apart from Lukaku and obviously Pogba saying it's not so long back. But it is what it is. He did also talk about he did confirm 3 senior players will be joining the tour. Goalkeeper Dean Henderson, defender Matteo Darmian, and midfielder Fred. Now Fred has been apparently he has his wedding. He had his wedding last week, and that's why he couldn't join the team. And that's a bit of a concern because I'm sure you planned your weddings months and months in advance. You know when we're gonna go to our tour, but yet you decide to go to have your wedding, with all due respect, during the week that we go to tour. What happened to June? The whole of June was empty. Could have had your wedding there, mate. I do believe that he was probably thinking he will get into the Brazilian squad because they had the Copa America, but obviously he didn't, because he did come from the Brazilian squad while he was at Shakhtar before he transferred here, and obviously fell apart. So he probably thought that maybe he's gonna be in the Copa America, that's why cancel June, will go in July. Maybe that, if it is not the case, then he should have had it in June, because he's clearly gonna be going down the pecking order now, and he needs to get back sharp in the preseason. He's already missed almost a week of it, and he's got a lot to prove. This is a big season for him. I do believe that if he doesn't perform this season, he will be one of the players sold come next summer. That's what I believe, and be used with another midfielder. In terms of Darmian, again, there is no sort of confirmation where he's going, if he's going. Barely any outs news. But he had this to say. So there you have it, guys. This was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This was my sort of like a quick press reaction. First time doing these sort of videos. So we'll be hopefully bringing you a lot more of these types of videos, as well as the transfers, etc, etc. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the press conference? Do you feel, I don't know, Solskjaer seemed a bit edgy. He seemed a bit nervous this time around. I'm not sure why. Maybe because he's been told in the background by Ed Woodward that transfers are not happening, and he has to, throw a brave face. I don't know, but it's just my thinking. Obviously, him and Lindelof was in the press conference. In terms of Lindelof, we had transfer news coming out last week that he wanted to leave. His agent has come out saying that there are big clubs, potentially Barcelona, circling around him. He did confirm that he loves the club, he's enjoying playing for the club, and he would like to stay. So that's pretty much a confirmation, unless he's saying that to avoid the press attention, because that is kind of like food for the seagulls, right? As simple as that. But I think Lindelof should stay. I reckon, in my opinion, he will stay. He probably asking for a bigger, better contract. You never know. But anyways, guys, make sure you smash the like button, and I'll catch you guys later on today in the latest Manchester transfer news later on today, and speculation that's happening today. But this was my Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's press conference reaction. Take care.